Hi everyone, this is Miss Miharo. Today I'm gonna go over my first part of a Harley Quinn guide. At the moment she's my main and I want to show just go over the basic stuff with her. So we're gonna start with her normals. Start with her standing one. 6 frame Punisher, +2 on block. It's a high, but it has decent range. As you can see, it's quite okay. It's not what it's your standard Punisher, but not what you will use like against Batman's slide and such. I'm gonna go over combos in the next, strings in the next episode, because PS4 only records 15 minutes at a time, and I don't want to have episodes that end up being cut in the middle and I have to redo them. Then you have back 2. This is a pretty good forward advancing mid. It's 19 frames startup, but it leads into a pretty decent string. It's -6 on block, but you will never just do back 1, so it's fine. As I said, it's on the slow side, but it moves her forward quite a bit, so it's a good whiff punisher. If you see someone whiffing something in front of you, that is sort of your go-to. Then you have forward 1. 13 frame high. It's useful in some combos, but I don't use it a lot. It's 0 on block, which is good, but if I want to use a footsie tool, I don't want to use a high that moves her forward. I'd rather use the slow mid. Then we have her down 1. It has a deceivingly short range. It might be because I have those sort of muscles on her guns, but that should hit his leg. It's going through his hand and his leg, but it doesn't. It's 7 frame and it's -1, yeah. So it's kind of good for punishing stuff and going into tantrum stance for full combo if you want a quick mid starter. I also like it for poke wars because 7 frames -1, you can mash it, and you can also do down 1, down 1, down 1 tantrum stance if you want to be cute about it. Works sometimes. Stunning 2 is a 15 frame mid. It has a lot of strings connected to it, but this is honestly not the best. It's kind of on the slow side for punishing things. I'd rather use down 1. This has slightly longer range though, so it might be some specific things. But to be honest, I don't really use it. I think it's too slow to be a punishing mid, and the strings it leads into aren't the best, and you can't really hit confirm into anything, and it's just not worth it. If it had a long range, sure, but not as it stands now. Plus, as we're moving on to back 2, if you want to punish stuff, back 2 or back 2 is a lot better as a punisher. It's a low, so it'll hit all slides and low profiling stuff. It's her basic combo starter, along with standing 1. It's 13 frame startup. It's -2 on block, and it's really good. Leads into not even a hit confirmable string, but a string that will only come out on hit, meaning you can go for the full string and not get punished if it's blocked. So instead of standing 2, use back 2. It also has deceivingly good range. It will hit from here, almost startup position, so from there it will hit their feet. So you're not, even if it were -10, you're not really at risk, because they're not gonna punish you from there on a -10 move. Maybe someone would, but you know. Then we have forward 2. This is a really slow one, but since Harley doesn't really have many overheads, I mean, she has the ensnared gunshots and stuff, but people tend to block a lot of low, so sometimes you can get them with the overhead, and it's 0 on block, leads into a safe string. It's kind of good. Her down 2, it's 2 hitting mid. I don't think it's the best. I often get stuffed when I use it, but you can get a combo from it. Oh. There we go. So it's not the worst either, but it's not my favorite one. Then we have the spot kick. This is a kick that looks like that. Sorry, 0 on block, but takes forever to start up. 21 frames. Goes into a string, which is okay, but I'll mostly use it for enders. So yeah, it's not something you're gonna use a lot. It's a mid, but it has shit range, so like if you're in this range, you're gonna go with that one instead. So then we have our back 2 and a forward 3. Back 3 and forward 3. Sorry. Back 3, 33 frames and 3 plus 3 on block, and her forward 3 is 39 frames and plus 1 on block. So I really like her back 3. It has really good range. Like, you will hit from really far away, making her meter baron back 3 a really dangerous tool. So like, even from maybe here, you will hit. So that's a lot of range being Harley, considering her other ranged options are like back 1. You have this one as well, which is plus 3 on block, so you can throw it out at times and just go for it. It's slow, but like you can use it like just in the neutral. It also combos into itself quite easily. Oops. Just as I say so. So for that unclashable damage. Forward 3 is a bit slower, so it's harder to combo into. Oops. For unclashable stuff, it's definitely doable, but there we go. But it's not as easy, and it's almost 40 frames startup, so I don't find it as useful. Also, it has a weird like cross-up property because she jumps, so sometimes if you meter baron forward 3 their wake up, you will jump over them and do nothing. So meter baron back 3 is better on that sort of read. Also, because she jumps, she's throw immune, so that's something to keep in mind. Like, if you read a throw, you can punish it with forward 3. Last but not least, we have her sweep. It's 13 frame startup and minus 12 on block. Her sweep has the same range as her back 2. Pretty much exactly. So if I take a step forward, I will hit with both, but from starting position, I won't hit with any of them. It's not the best, considering you can usually use your back 2 instead, but it will low profile highs. So you can throw it out at times in neutral, but like don't do it point blank, but do it at this sort of range. When you're walking in and out of their space, and boom, you try to throw out a sweep just to get the knockdown. And it's a hard knockdown, so it's kind of useful. Then we have her jump attacks. Jump in 1. 5 frame startup, really good for air to airs, but it's also super active. Like, I can basically throw it out at the start of my jump and still hit him on the way down, which is disgusting. It's disgusting. Jump in 2, 6 startup frames. This one is also really active, but not as active. It has some cross-up properties, but it's not like in Injustice 1. Good thing about it is that you can do an instant jump 2 into 1-2 and it combos. So you can, I've seen some players do tricky stuff like you do tantrum stance on block and then jump in, neutral jump, instant neutral jump 2 into 1-2 for a full combo, which is, it's tricky at times. It's risky, but it's tricky. Also, for up to some hard knockdown setups, you can go for instant neutral jump 2 and get, like, if they're not sure if it's gonna cross up or not, doesn't matter that it's a mid on the way up, so to speak. Then we have her high stomp, which is our jump in 3. It's 10 frame startup, minus 1, doesn't really matter. This one is okay. It's nothing more than that. You can cross up at times, which is good because you can do stuff like that. but other than that, it's good for when they start to anti-air you a lot, but to be honest, her jump in 2 gets stuffed like pretty much at the same rate as her jump in 3. But I use it at times. Her throw has shit range. This is not like MK, where throws actually had range. The animation is quite cute. It leaves you at a decent distance, depends on what you want to do. Like, if you want to keep them close, the throw is not the best. But you can set up your trait, your gunshots or whatever, so it's okay. And that's it. I'll go over her walk speed as well. It's quite okay, especially her forward walk, but you can play footsies with this. Her backdash has a lot of, like, it has a lot of range. It takes her back quite far, but it's on the slow side. Her forward dash is okay, at least. I don't think it's the best, but her movement overall is quite okay. I kind of miss silly slide, or what's it called, from the first game, but it's fine. It's whatever. A meter bend roll is okay as well. It's a good distance. You can sort of go in and get him with the grab or something. But yeah, this is it for part 1. Oh, I'm gonna say as well, her jump arc is quite good. She doesn't have a very floaty jump. It's quite okay, and she can also change jump arc with her gunshots, so she can jump around a lot without being punished, and even punish people for trying to punish her, so it's quite good. But yeah, this is part 1. Next time we're gonna go over her strings. Let me know if you're missing something or you want me to go over something in particular. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.